until everybody will come. Yeah. So we'll review a little bit, right? What we started. As I said before, Tshuva is too important of a word just to say לחזור בתשובה. What does it mean, Tshuva? At the start. What's the meaning? So we started and we said we have three things that we have to do, two things to deal with until we go into Tshuva. One is what?
What is life?
What life means? Number two was what?
What is happiness?
Happiness means. Very good. When we dealt with these two, and we found out that without the life of Torah, you will never achieve these two, no matter what you're going to do. So now we can deal with the main thing, because there it's already out. So now we have to see what we do, what to do over here. So there is a midrash, and the midrash is saying as follows. שאלו לחוכמה, חוטא מהו עונשו? Okay, the midat adin went to ask the chokhmah, the wisdom, if somebody sinned, what is the punishment? So the chokhmah answered, Chataim tirdof ra'a. He should have bad. Wherever he goes, the bad will chase him. Chataim tirdof. Okay? Whoever makes sins, that's what he deserves.
That's chokhmah.
That's what the chokhmah is saying. שאלו לנבואה, meaning the נביאים שאלו לנבואה, חוטא מה עונשו? Somebody made a sin. What is the עונש? What's the punishment? אמרו לו, הנפש החוטאת היא תמות. He has to die. Alright? That's the נביאים. You die. No. שאלו לתורה. Then they went to ask the Torah. חוטא מה עונשו? Somebody is sinning. What are you going to do with him? אמרה להם, the Torah answer back, יביא השם ויתכפר לו. Bring a korban, and that's going to be the kapara. You see, we're going. No. We korban ויתכפר. שאלו לקדוש ברוך הוא. They went to Kadosh Baruch Hu and said, חוטא מה עונשו? A person made sins.
I told them also 820.
No.
They said, no, it's too late. Now you told them 820, they said, okay. When I told them, tell the Shiva boys, come 7:45 to Slichot with the shul.
Next time, speak to us.
I did tell them. That was the first thing. I told them the first thing I told them.
Don't ask us. We don't know.
I told them for the same thing.
Talk to them. Everybody said, okay, we said, נגמר. שאלו לקדוש ברוך הוא, חוטא מה עונשו? What punishment we're going to give to the חוטא? אמר לי, יעשה תשובה ויתקפל. Hashem said, תשובה. No korban, no death, no evil, no כלום. יעשה תשובה, אין זאת. Oh, so what Hashem wants? What are we saying ב-18? ברוך אתה השם הרוצה בתשובה. Hashem wants us to do תשובה. Why? Why? So now we can see that tshuva is much more important than the Torah. The Torah says you bring a korban, right? More than the Nevi'im, the tshuva is something very serious. You know that.
That's why it came before.
Yes. And it's more important than everything. This is the closest to Hashem is the tshuva. The first thing that Hashem created in this world was the tshuva. Before this world, the first thing that came to his mind is tshuva. Then came the Torah. So we're talking something very serious. Right? The Torah says, okay, yeah. The Torah says, if he did the sin b'shgaga, meaning if he did it unintentionally, okay, you bring a korban. But Hashem was talking if a person did intentionally you do it. Hashem says what? What I'm gonna gain if he'll die? What I'm gonna gain? Right? If I'll send him always evil, what I'm gonna gain from it? Klum.
It's even the verse in the Torah, I think. Hashem says, I'm not interested to kill the dead.
Yeah. כי לא יחפוץ בהמות המת. כך כתוב. That's how it's written. So Hashem says, if you want me to forget it, if you want me to erase it from the book, you have to do tshuva. So now we know that the closest to Hashem, the closest one is what? Not the Torah. The tshuva. So pay attention. How Hashem created this world? First of all, Hashem is, right, only spirit, right? It was, the whole world was what? Spiritual. No physical. Not at all. Okay? Eat first and then. No.
That's what I thought. Let's do a shoe.
No. Good. Okay, so now Hashem says what? Let me build slowly the material. Right? So from spiritual, Hashem slowly, right? Like the 6 days of creation, He started to build the sea, the land, stars, moon, and so on. Why Hashem did it? He says, I'm going to send you down, and the tachlis of you, the meaning is what? You have to come back, right, to the starting point, meaning spiritual. So all the Torah, the Kabbalah is Up and down. Okay, that's not the place. So, what is the tachlit? What is the meaning of the bria, of the creation? What Hashem wanted to achieve? You have to come back to this point. Tshuva means I want you to come back to the point, to the highest point. That's why Teshuvah meaning Tashuv, hey, Tashuv LaHashem. Because
that's what it means to come back.
Yes,
to the original.
To the original place. The original place. Okay? Before Adam HaRishon. Because Adam HaRishon is already what? He's already physical. Meaning Hashem wants the neshama to come back to the tachlis, to the how she was created from Hashem. The fact that we breathe every day, Hashem is coming in and out of us. You know, the neshama is from Hashem. Okay? Don't forget this part. Don't forget this part. So now, how do we take something material and we turn it around to be spiritual? This is why we're here. That's exactly what it is. What are the vessels that we can use to turn this? The Torah. The Torah is the
instrument, the vessel.
The vessel. So we have Tshuva, Torah, material world. Okay? The Torah have to pull you from here and to get you to Tshuva, to the highest point that you can do. That's why the Gemara said, במקום שבעלי תשובה עומדים, אין צדיקים גדולים יכולים לעמוד. When there is Baal Tshuva and Tzaddik, nobody can stand in front of Baal Tshuva. He is in a different entity. Why?
He said that Tshuva is for everyone, even for Tzaddik.
Yeah. Yes, but he don't have the nisyonot to deal with the material world like the Baal Tshuva had. He was in the material world. Now, through the Torah, he was able to pull himself out and to transmit himself to the other side. When the tzaddik already was born here. He was born already in the middle, into the Torah world. So for him, it's much
shorter and
easier. But the tachlit is to turn all this, everything that we have, everything has to be spiritual.
Meaning, it's very high point.
Yeah, the highest
Point.
the highest point. Yes.
Very high point.
The closest to Hashem, closest is the Tshuva. Yeah. Closest. So meaning, the Torah is only a mean, is not the tool. What is the goal? Tshuva. The Torah is not the goal. The Torah is to bring you to the goal. So what is the goal? to come as close as possible to Hashem. That's the tshuva. Meaning, when we say to everybody, Kabal tshuva, you did tshuva, you did tshuva. Meaning, that's not what we meaning. If you have a kippah, you have a beard, you have no. Meaning, it belongs to all of us. Me, you, him, everybody to the tshuva. Each one to his own extent to come closer to Hashem through the Torah. Through the Torah. Without it, you have no chance to fly. You have no chance. So now, what happened? The closest you get to Hashem, the more happy you become. Right? The more alive you become, because now you're getting closer and closer to what you should be. Right?
So the starting point then would be to learn Torah. The starting point.
Without it, you cannot do anything. That's the blockade.
Yeah. You cannot do Teshuvah without Torah. You have to
exactly
start to learn.
Yes. So Hashem created the Torah after the Tshuva. Hashem said, okay, our people will get back to me because I have to create the world. So the gap is too much. So I'm going to create the Torah, and the Torah will be, the more you learn, the more the Torah will pull you to the Teshuvah. To Hashem higher and higher, going up and up and up and up. You know? When Hashem created a person, right? What it's written there? When Hashem created Adam HaRishon, it was a piece of meat, a nice piece of meat, and Hashem came
blue.
Yeah. And pתאום you see Adam, ויפח באפיו נשמת, נשמת חיים. נשמת חיים. The key word is what? נשמת חיים. Meaning, Hashem wants you to breathe all day long, to be alive, to have חיים, not to exist. Exist, animal also existing. Hashem wants you to live. No?
Is there a word exist in the Torah? Exist.
להתקיים.
Where is it used first?
מה?
Where is it used first? Like an example, to exist.
Yeah.
Who does the Torah speak about when it says exist, as opposed to live?
לקיים. Yeah. Living. First of all, you can see it every day in the tefillah. וקיים. קיים, Hashem is existing all the time.
Existing.
They call existence. להתקיים.
Why can't we say Hashem is living all the time, existing? We say Hashem existing all the time.
Living is a temporary.
No, Hashem is existing all the time. Meaning it's here.
Living all the time, then. More appropriate. No?
This חיים זה כבר is at the next level. Next level.
Not here.
No, because you're gonna think what if you're not high, so there is no Hashem. Hashem says I'm always existing, right? Like you existing, yes? Are you existing?
But
From existence, you jump to life. If you're not existing, how can you live?
it's a starting point.
It's a starting.
Exist.
Existing, yes. Yes.
You know, sometimes they say, what kind of life is it? It's existence. It's not life. Meaning existence
They
below
should
that.
ask you if they know how to pronounce right. What kind of existence is this?
It's life.
It's not life. It's not life. It's existence. Most people, they're going to work, right? Going to sleep, eating, bringing kids, everything else. That's called existence. Okay, can you call it life? בכלל לא.
Like a robot. Eating, doing this,
That's
performing.
existence. But in order to live, to be on a level,
We also said if you go to work, you could be fulfilling the mitzvah.
meaning you're turning everything to be any material stuff that coming to your hand. You're gonna turn it to what?
More spiritual.
Or spiritual, to lift you up. Why we giving the bar mitzvah boy a feeling? All the time it's feeling, not feeling. The first mitzvah that he owes us is a Kriyat Shema of the night before. Already he becomes 13 years old, no? The Arvit,
Yeah.
let's say tomorrow I put in a feeling. Before then, he is obligated already the Kriyat Shema Midoraita. It's Midoraita. So why don't we emphasize Kriyat Shema? Everybody says feeling. Why feeling? Why? What they doing? From what they doing that feeling?
Material.
Skin.
Material.
Smells so bad. Have you been once in a factory? Why?
It's a natural leather. It's natural.
To the process, skin. And the Gemara says it's avodah without no respect. You can sell a shul to be a house, to be there, but he said you cannot sell it to a person who wants to open factory to process skin. The halacha says
No.
no. Why? It's a mamash. You degrading the
Very difficult job.
yes, very difficult. But it's a skin of an animal. Everybody throwing it to the garbage. So he's saying to the bar mitzvah boy, "Do you know what is your job now? To take any material stuff that people think they cannot even stand next to it, and you put it on your head, on the hand, and you're becoming a holy person." Could you imagine this? To take a skin of an animal, and all what they saw inside also is from the veins of the animal. It's not
Regular.
no, it's not. Every string that you see there is coming from a vein.
For a purpose. That's
Everything has to be just from animal. That's it. The bite, it's from a skin. The cloth is from skin. The skin, everything. Smell, stinks, but it's very holy. What happened if the filling falls on the floor? Huh?
Fasting.
You have to
or
fast.
Giving this stuff.
You have to fast. Meaning our job is to take something that has no value and to make it something holy.
Elevate.
If you drop Sidur accidentally, what do you say?
You can get married like a goy. What's the big deal, right? Let's say you have a place like a Leonard, okay? Like Leonard had few clothes, and I saw it many times. I saw it. First floor is the cushion, upstairs is Jews. You just walk inside, just big, and they have the same limousine. The bride coming also with the white, no less than us. And especially if you're not observant, it looks the same. It looks the same. So what's the difference? So what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Do we want to live like the Kushi? So what do we have to do?
Tshuva.
You have to take the most, every act that we do, it's an animal act anyway. When you eat, a cow also eats. You chewing, she is chewing also. Right? So what's the big deal?
For what?
You're going to a bathroom, they're also going into the bathroom. So what's the difference between us and an animal?
They said, for what?
Worries, no worries. They don't worry, we worry.
They don't have any worry.
No stress.
No stress.
Okay.
No. Eating, working, sleeping.
No weather change, no care. They got the global, everything.
Rebbe, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
They say that the animals, the sinners of previous lives, they were punished, right?
Yes, doctor.
So, for example, when you're eating this animal proper way, does it mean that you're lifting the spirit?
Yes.
That's I heard.
Oh, very good.
Right.
You heard something
So
very
this
good.
is also putting materials thing to make it spiritual, right?
Yes. The brachot that we do. You're washing your hand, you're saying Am Motzi, and then you're saying everything. It's going up and up to spiritual life.
I think there was some animal that actually he could speak, right? So he came to the rabbi's butcher or something,
Yeah.
the servant, and asked, please take me. I want a rabbi to eat me. I had to lift up my spirit. You know the story? I don't know the details, but
No.
something like that.
It's not necessarily true.
You think about it, it's amazing, right?
It's amazing.
What the Jewish body could do.
Not only that, but halal, where is the head? Every material stuff that you're taking in your hand right away, you say, how can I turn this to be spiritual? And that will elevate you're going up and up and up. So it's not the material anymore.
So come around, I got a question. So let's say the shackle, right? So you say shackle on it. So you say 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So if you say 1 time, you go on 1 level, and then you say 3 times, 3 levels. Same bracha.
The more you say it,
Yeah, same thing.
yes.
Yeah, the same bracha, same water.
You see a child saying Shakol Niyab. He doesn't know even what he's saying, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Then when you go up a little bit, it's like Shakol Niyab, meaning nothing is moving over here. If Hashem knows. And then the more you saying it, the more you learn.
Same thing.
The same thing, but it's something different totally.
Why is it different? Same bracha. Same bracha, you say more. The more you say what, the more level you go up.
The more you understand. Meaning you have to learn in order to understand the brachot very well.
So you go up once they're up.
You say once I said once. We saying בורא נפשות רבות וחסרונן.
Yeah.
When I miss something, it's good or it's not good.
In the bracha, you mean?
Usually when we're missing something in the packet or we're missing something, if you're missing a tooth, right? How do you feel? No good, right? We're saying bracha on this one. בורא נפשות רבות וחסרונן. The fact that I'm missing something is a blessing. No.
Because I don't miss something more than that?
No.
Just missing.
So I'm
If
not
you
married. I'm
miss
missing a wife.
something, meaning you have something to live for. I have to achieve it.
So I'm not married, so that means I gotta make a bracha for them?
Huh?
I'm not married.
You extreme.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I said.
Yeah,
If I'm
you have to say,
missing a shoe, if I'm missing a shoe, I gotta make a bracha for them?
No, he said, בברכה בורא נפשות רבות, a very nice meaning to it.
I think you're saying some of the things
Okay.
that you missed.
Now you have to keep it quiet until 10 o'clock. Very good. Okay. So now, the neshama is part of Hashem, right? And in the neshama, our neshama, we have all the midot of Hashem. Right? Ma'u rachum, afata rachum, ma'u chanun, gam ata chanun. Right? Chesed, we doing chesed. Hashem hu melech hakavod, we like hakavod, right? El nekamot, Hashem seek revenge from our enemies. We also have in our blood sometimes to take revenge. It's not good, we have to limit, but we have it. Everything what Hashem said, everything what Hashem have, we have. Are you aware of it? Huh?
Because it's from Hashem.
Whatever Hashem has, we have.
It's genetics. Like,
Huh?
like genetics.
You see, a Jew don't like to work for somebody else. Sometimes you have a good job with somebody else, you're ready to take a risk to be independent.
Why is that?
Huh? Because your neshama is from Hashem.
Freedom.
And since Hashem is the only one, you say, I want to be my own boss. Did you think about it once? Here we go. Now you know where it's coming from.
You know, sometimes you go to rest, but you want to be on.
Where is it coming? Don't tell me what to do. Where is it coming from? Don't tell me what to do. Lama? Who are you? Who am I? I'm a part of Hashem. What do you know who you're talking to?
King's son.
Yes. Yes. And that's why all the reactions that we have is coming from this point. Because we have Chelek Eloka Mimah. We have part of Hashem inside of it.
Gava also, right? Gava.
Yes. Ego.
Right.
That's the ego.
Now I feel better a little bit.
It's not bad if you use it good way.
So now, the tshuva, since Hashem wrote tshuva, meaning Hashem gave us also the genes. Okay, and let's see what it says. התשובה בהיותה קרובה ביותר לאלוקים. The closest entity to Hashem is the tshuva. Before the Torah. Meaning, Hashem, here we go. Then come tshuva, then come Torah.
One question came to my mind.
Yes.
If we have all the attributes of Hashem, inside of us.
Yes,
And he desires Teshuvah.
yes.
Does Hashem do Teshuvah too?
Nah, Hashem don't need it. Hashem says, I'm here. The tshuva is right here, right? And you're going to be born with a gene that's called tshuva. Inside your neshama. Inside your genes.
But his Tshuva would be towards us. We're going towards him. And he, to help us, he goes towards us.
A Jew always, sometimes in his last moment, like I told you the story with the Cardinal of France, right? He was a Jew. The Cardinal of France meant to be a few times. They wanted to point him to be the Pope. They couldn't because they knew he's a Jew. He is a Levi. His name was Lustig. He made it Lustiger in fancy. He had a family in Eretz Israel. They used to come to visit him and say, what are you doing here? You're a Jew. He says, I can't, I'm staying. Because he was already quite, very sharp and smart,
Which
a Jew.
was it like?
A Jew. When he passed away, he was old already, he passed away, he left a will. In his will, he wrote down, I want 10 people to say Kaddish after me. Now, where did he have this? Where did he hear this? And he said, I want 10 Avrechim to come. Who taught him all this? And the Sheila came from the Rav of France. Right? I think it was Rav Stroke, I don't know what his name. He was asking Ham Ovadia what to do with that. Should we say? Should we not? He was a Bishlal. So Ovadia said, after all, he is a Jew, and he said, Tinok Shenishba. Behemet, his parents, before they went to the camps, they wanted to save him at least. So they left him by the church. Many Jewish boys and girls wind up over there in the churches in Europe.
His first name was Aaron, right?
Aaron,
Yeah, I just found it.
right?
Yeah,
Aaron Lustig.
Lustiger. Lustiger. It's a recent thing. He died 2007.
Yeah. Yeah. They saying that he was a Jew?
No, I didn't read it yet. I just found it. Aaron Kimchel Lustiger.
Lustiger. He was a Levi.
Maybe, yeah, that's his face.
Let me see. Look like a Jew.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Exactly, right? We're scared. No, we're scared. That's called Tinok Shavui. That Tinok Shenishba. He didn't know anything. His parents, both of them died. So Ram Ovadia gave a psak. He said to Ram, wait until the coffin will come out, don't get into the church. He said, wait for the coffin to come out, then outside you bring 10 Avrechim, tell them to say a Kaddish. It's going to be a Kiddush Hashem. Everybody will know that the Cardinal of France was a Jew.
Wow. That's some story.
Huh?
They say Columbus was Jewish also.
Yeah. Yes. And I have a lady that I converted from Connecticut. Here are the Connecticut people over here. I am saying hi. He is descendants from Columbus.
Yes,
We
Right?
brought her to you.
Devor Esther.
They say that he come here to look for territories for Jews because they expel them from Spain and Portugal
They are all in Puerto Rico,
right now.
on the mountains.
Yeah.
Yes, many Jews there.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez,
Rodriguez.
Gonzalez. All play baseball now, right?
No, they don't know that they are Jews.
I know.
Everything that ends with easy, this was a sign from the church that they are Jews. That's how they picked it up, if you're Jew or not.
Apparently, we have full office of Jews right now
Yeah.
because our staff girls they all finish last name like that,
Rodriguez.
and the patients also Jews then, right?
They don't know them.
Yes.
They don't know.
Caribbean islands, right? Cuba also, Puerto Rico. Cuba. Jamaica has a cemetery with Jewish graves. They
Yeah.
All the pirates, the first pirates, Caribbean
I
pirates.
think they ran away to Portugal. You know, all this.
Sephardic, yes. Turkey,
Rob, excuse
Yes.
me. My cousin had a baby during the war in the ghetto, and he had the chance to send her to hide with the priest, 2 years old, and he wouldn't do it. The family refused to send her, and she was killed with them. But they refused. They say, better she dies with us than she goes there.
Right.
And he was a student at Mir. He was a student at Mir in Poland.
Why?
It's just the right way to do it. I think life is more important, no? To save a baby.
At least she can die as a Jew. What a shaylot. It's questions. Tough. So now, the tshuva is part of the essence of every person, every Jew. Every Jew has it. Every Jew, from time to time, he thinks, I have to change. Even the fiery ones. You should ask over there all the reforms there. Sometimes I think also they starting to think,
They gotta change.
it's coming.
This is called consciousness.
That's what they call it, but it's the neshama. Everything coming from the neshama. Nothing from the goof. The goof is only a suit. What can you ask from a suit? The neshama make all the influences. A person is depressed, meaning is the neshama is depressed. Yes.
But the reform, they know Gemara by heart. Even the reform, but they know the Gemara by heart.
I Google too.
They know everything.
Yeah.
So why they change the religion?
To make it easy.
They're looking for easy way out. So the tshuva is part of us. We cannot get rid of it. Even if you want, all the time, it's there. It's there. Not stop the Israelis after the army, they're all going to search themselves, going here, going there, all over there. You're going to see them. That's a good sign. We think it's a bad sign. It's a very good sign. Why? They search. The neshama will not let them ease up. They cannot. And they're going to places you will never go. To the Amazon, the Amazonas. Shugaim.
That's the old.
That's the old. The Buddhists. Going to the Buddhist temple.
Buddha, yes. They're searching for themselves. They yearning for a change, but they don't know how.
They can find a walking distance in Yerushalayim. They go to.
That's it. So I told you, a friend of mine is scared, but I told you, someone did Tshuva over here. You know where he went? Krishna, he went. Then he went to Tibet, to Nepal, to Bangkok. Everywhere he was. Finally, he wind up there. You know, he came here Erev Pesach. He told me, I see two guys, Bar Minan. I told you, you know, people coming to there. Tall, look like I don't know what. Huh? Right away, I told Isaac, I said, Isaac, go see over there. He told me, I see, they talked to him. He went and he gave them books. So he came to me, he said, two Israelis, and our people, Israelis? Look like two, I don't know what from. Yeah, I told them, what are you going to do tonight? They said, now we have the friends over here. I said, okay, who is your friend? Because I know everybody over here. Who is your friend? No, we have a friend over here. So you're coming to my house tonight. No, באמת, and Habibi, you're coming to my house tonight. You and you come with me. Two antennas כאלה, אנטנות, עמי כזה קטנצ'יק. Now they came with the earrings here, earring there, tattoos, you know. I walked inside the house. My mother-in-law, she saw them. She was hiding in the kitchen. And she saying to my wife, your husband lost it. Kill them. Whom did they bring home? Who are these people? Behind the fridge. She said, I'm not coming up. So I told her, the Israeli. ישראלים. So she came, אתם יודעים עברית? מה? So they got offended. Well, he looked like a goy. So my mother was like, he told me until 3 o'clock in the morning, I took the plier, and I took all the earrings out. You know, yeah. I still have it in my safe upstairs. You know?
What do you know?
Avrechim today. Avrechim.
Wow.
Yes.
Here or in
In Israel. Yeah, they stayed here for a while. Then got married to Bukharian girls. Imagine this.
I can't.
Moroccan man married Bukharian girl. It was something unheard of for the people.
You help?
I didn't. Her father almost killed me. He said, what are you bringing me? This guy, Madam Shuba. It happened. Now he has maybe 6 kids, I think. Wow. He married one already. Yes. Why? Because when he started to hear what I have to say, pitome you see, Kara, 3 o'clock in the morning, we're not even tired. And he says, I don't know about all this. I don't know. Where were you? He said, I went to, I don't know what, meditation. They told him, I said, what's the meditation? 3 days he was talking to a tree. I told him, tell me, are you? איפה השכל שלך? 3 days you're talking to a tree? He said, no, it's part of the meditation. Unbelievable, what a Jew can do in order to come back to his roots. Yeah.
Searching.
But it's there. He will not let you sleep at night.
Meaning everybody will do Tshuva. Everybody.
A Jew either is here, either is there. All the revolution in the world, a Jew is behind it, including the communism.
100%.
Including the communism. He was Trotsky, right? He was the mastermind. Yes, he was the mastermind.
Now they say even Lenin had some Jewish
Yes,
roots. Yeah.
yes,
His mom,
yes.
Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
No, mom, not Hilo.
The Jews in France was Dani Adom, Daniel the red one. You know what he did there? Why? Jews, if he's not in Torah, oy vavoy mashiach. Because the neshama
They went through pogroms.
is there.
Yes.
He's there. He's part of us.
More than that, their parents are rabbis, like, as I mean, Trotsky.
So now, when you're doing tshuva, you're coming back to yourself. You understand now? When we're talking to this doing tshuva, I'm doing tshuva, meaning we're coming back to our original self. Now you know what tshuva means?
To come back to yourself.
Tshuva means you're coming to be original yourself. That's who you are. That's Shama. When you're starting to get into the Torah, you know that you are in the right highway. The Torah will take you back where you belong. Until now, you were out. Now, you're going to go back to the original who you are. And that's called a tshuva. And that's what Hashem wants. That's what Hashem wants. Now you can connect it to everything. Right?
There was a guy in my office, American guy.
American. Goyish.
He was always so nice to me. Always take care of me, help me, this, all the time. One day he tells me that his grandmother is in Atlanta. He said, his grandmother was Jewish during the war. She became Catholic. And so I said, wow, so you're Jewish? He said, yeah, no, I heard that. And his father was a Christian that they all went to for years to in Africa, making people Christian.
Missionaries.
Missionaries. I asked Rabbi Oldweiss, this guy says his grandmother, the missionary. The guy himself is a missionary. Rabbi Oldweiss is a Jewish. The guy makes no difference.
But it makes no difference.
Whatever it is.
Once a Jew, always a Jew.
But now he passed away, I didn't know. So they buried him in a Goyish place. Do you think I should try with the family, whatever?
Done.
Done is done.
Next time.
So the essence of the tshuva is our natural teva. You know, teva.
Nature.
Yes. This is our nature, is to do tshuva. It's inside of us. Come on. Deep. And this is more than the Torah in our genes.
More than the Torah.
Yes. Because the Torah is only the broker, is only the mean to ignite the genes of the tshuva, and I say, okay, from here on, so the more you learn, the more this gene that called tshuva growing and growing and growing, and you're getting closer to where you have to be.
How come then a lot of people are sleeping?
Resisting.
Sleeping. Much sleeping.
They're eating non-kosher food.
Ah. That slows down the process.
They're eating non-kosher food. When you eat kosher, your neshama will still stay more or less healthy. Food is the worst thing. Worse.
There was a guy from the Persian community. The guy was older, never got married. He was a professor in college here somewhere. He was eating non-kosher. His family with him don't. He was going to McDonald's. This and that. He didn't get married. Then one day they did. For a week, they didn't hear from him. Checked. Finally, the house they went to, nothing. And then they checked the office that he had in the college. He passed away for days. And, I helped him with the Chevra Kaddish. The Chevra Kaddish said it was fun. He couldn't even look at the person. It warmed this, but you said the food.
Yes.
Eating non-kosher.
Well, of course.
Tell him, why are you doing to McDonald's? Hashem.
There is a tshuva from the Khatam Sofer. He writes, the parents had a child, slow one, a little bit on the side of retardation. They wanted to send them to Vienna. There is a special institution for kids who are not, but over there, slowly, they'll bring him more or less to be normal. But the problem is non-kosher. What shall we do? The Khatam Sofer answers as follows. Listen to what they answer. He said, according to the halacha, since he is on the level of shoteh, he can do whatever he wants. You can take him. But this is, you're asking me halacha, I'm telling you the halacha. Now I'll give you my recommendation. He said, my recommendation is, he'll better stay shoteh all his life, and he should not put one thing that is non-kosher. Because even though he's a shoteh, the neshama is still pure. So leave it pure, he says. He will not bother him when he goes up there. See, how much is it? So now he says, why we having, like you ask me now, right? Why people not doing tshuva is in the genes.
Sleeping.
Why they sleeping? The tshuva, the same way that it is so close to us, is also so close to lose. Why? Because we're living in a world of chomer, a world of material, So they always, they're pulling us down. If you want or if you don't want, there is a gravity, right? The neshama wants to go up. The body pull you down, and all day long you can't. One wants to go up, one wants to pull you down. All day long. All day long. So what? It's very easy to deny everything, to lie to yourself, And you're working against yourself. You're losing yourself. Did you see a person working against himself? By being cool and so on, but you're shooting yourself in the leg. You know, you're getting farther and farther from what you are. That's why you see most of the Jews today, who is happy today? Who? Who can come and say, I'm so happy?
You can't be happy every day. Every day is different.
Why?
It's good to be every day happy.
Why?
This is not even happy.
Life.
Life? That's not life, that's existing. Life means Hashem runs the show. Okay? My Rebbe always used to say, he used to say, Tishma, you have to get used to say something like this. Iye. Lo iye. Rebbe used to ask him, as my iye, what's going to happen? He said, if it will happen, it will happen. If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
How do you say lo yeah?
Yeah. Lo yeah.
And then they're going to call you Dune. This guy crazy.
Lo yeah. Yeah.
My son says, it is what it is.
It is. If you know that Hashem running the show, you can jump up and down 20 times. It's not going to help you, right? It's very interesting. We worried and we eat, and we worried and we buy a house, and we worried and we open an office, and we worried and we. Why are you worried? Why can't you enjoy it? Live a life. Because we think that, that
It's on us.
On us.
If you can buy something on money, this is not a problem.
So now, why people are so miserable? They got disconnected from themselves. The person, now you have to go to therapy to bring you back to connect to yourself. Right? That's what the therapy is doing. You say you're disconnected from yourself. We have to bring you back to yourself. That's all we need. When you learn good, you know exactly who you are. And what needs what you mechubar, you're connected to your neshama, and then you're going closer to Hashem. So, Tshuva, now a person have the best opportunity to come back to himself.
Elul.
Yes. Hashem now knocking on every door, meaning on every hand. Chai, Moshe, Mordechai. Be yourself. Why are you looking like a goy? Come on. Start acting like a king. Start acting like my son. Okay, come back to yourself. You're more important than the Torah. You see, where is the Torah? Oh, inside. We're still here, we're talking, we're discussing and everything else. This is, after all, just helping us to elevate the neshama. The Torah don't talk. We can talk. This is not talking, the book. The book you read, you learn, it helps you to understand. That's all. So this is a mean. This is not the tachlis. Torah is not the tachlis. The tachlis is to come back to point A where we started. Before Hashem created even the world, there is Hashem, Tshuva, Torah. That's the order. Meaning the closest to Hashem is what? Is the Tshuva. The moment the person started to turn, meaning, and according to the Kabbalah, why are we saying Elokei Abraham, Elokei Yitzchak, Elokei Yaakov, and then by the end of the Wachab, when we say Baruch Atah Hashem, Magen Abraham, Huh? Where is Yitzchak? Where? Huh? What is it? אתה השם, מגן אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. Why only Abraham? Abraham was the first Baal Tshuva in the world. The first one. Yitzchak already he was born already in the house of, and Yaakov, his father was Yitzchak. So the Torah you can lose. The Yirat Shamayim also you can lose. Abraham, Hashem says, this, I'm not going to let it happen. So there is a pilot inside of us all the time. It's called Tshuva. And this Hashem will not let anybody touch. Hashem, Magen Abraham. I said that on this point, I'm the protector. Nobody will be able to take it away from you. That's why a Jew, the Pharaoh one, if you know how to, he is a pilot. You just have to be the cook to count ignite it, and bingo, you see a different Jew. Right? Yeah. But Hashem says, this pilot, no one will be able to extinguish. Yitzchak you can take away. Yaakov you can take also, but this one, no. Because this is the closest to Hashem, is the coming back. Hashem says, I'll wait until your last day. That's what it is. So, Maze Tshuva. Tshuva is to coming back to our essence, to our original being.
How do we do that?
Through the Torah. The Torah is the mean to lead you there. So the goal is what? Teshuvah. What is the ammunition?
Set time.
And finish.
Abraham did Teshuvah.
Of course.
First one.
He worshipped Avodah Zarah.
He saw that there is no. He said he was 3 years when he started to search. He said it's impossible that all this.
So he never praised Avodah Zarah.
We don't know. I don't know. Okay, you can ask Ulban. He is the Google. He'll tell you, right? I didn't see it. Maybe he knows, But Abraham was against the whole world. How can you fight the whole world? Kol העולם מעבר אליו, אברהם העברי בצד שני. How he was so sure, because as Hashem says, he was so close to Hashem, and Hashem even talking to him. Meaning he did Tshuva all the way. Yeah. So every person, every Jew, even the Connecticut, there is mamash, they can do Tshuva in a minute.
We said we need Torah. How is going to do in a minute? We said in order to do Teshuvah, you need the Torah.
The Ratzon. He said, that's it, I have to search. The moment you start to search, you'll find.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
Inside the thought.
Yes. I want to check. I want to search. Don't you search that? Right? That's how we have to search. Who am I? What am I here for? Ask the Google inside. There is a Google over here. Who am I? What I'm doing over here?
Mm-hmm.
was exactly that sort. Willpower, yes. You know, I don't know if I told you once, when I used to work for organization called Arachim. So once they made a seminar in Mexico City. Mexico. They all speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. So they called me out, they say, since you're very close over here, you know, we don't want to fly people from Israel. Okay, so we were two over here. They said, we're going to fly only two from there. 4 of you, you'll take care of it. Coming there, the hotel packed. I never saw so many Jews, you know. The Mexico, you know what Mexico is? And in a place, Habibi, what? The hotel was fancy hotel. But it was a person there, Ashkenazi in Mexico. Somebody told me, see this guy? He is the richest person over here in Mexico. If he's doing a tshuva here, everybody is doing tshuva. And the man is 60 years old. 60 years old. He comes with a car, a driver, a chauffeur, open up the door, close the door, suit, you see a person, look like a עשיר, גביר כזה. Every day, a new car. באמת, I was there 4 days. Every day he came with a new car. But on time. He was the first one to be there. He has a chair. He didn't miss even one word. You see a person interested. So we became friends. You know me, when I didn't speak, so I know, I go to this one, how are you? So they told me, he speaks English. So I spoke to him English and said, I'm from here, from there. So where are you from? Okay, we talking, we became friends and so on and so on. We became very good friends. Good, but when the time to talk, when they give him a lecture, he's sitting there, no coffee, no tea, shum davar, and he, akol. Okay. Now, the last day, we finished already. We gave all the proofs, everything, the Torah is a met, everything is a met. Now, it's the time of the people to speak. What did they feel now? So now, they're all speaking Spanish. I don't understand Spanish. So they give me someone to sit next to me to be interpreter. Whatever they're saying, is saying to me. One is going up, starting to cry on the left, tzitziti put, kippah put, and said, that's it, Gamano, Shabbat. I call, okay, very good. And a lady goes up, oh, she's crying right away with the put on her, you know, head covering and so on. Gamano said, from now on, that's what I'm doing. Finito. And you see people, you know, excited. So I told him, Yitzchak is the word Yitzchak. Yitzchak, say something. Pito, he said, he was not friendly. He said, leave me alone. Why leave me alone? Why is he upset? I said, Yitzchak, did I do something to offend you or something? He said, Could you leave me alone, please? I don't know what to do with him. I say, you know what? Be Israeli now. I told them, Ishma, it's not fair. For 4 days we talking. And you don't want to say even, say thank you to us, At least say something.
Acknowledge it.
Yeah, say something. פתאום, he looks at me ככה. He said, how old are you? And I was 30, maybe 6, 7. Told me, you're a kid. He said, I'm 60 years old. He told me, what do you think? It's easy for me to go up there and say that I was idiot.
Admit it.
To admit. He said, you destroyed my life, you destroyed. I said, why would you destroy your life? He says, I feel like him. He said, I want to kill myself. He said, I was all over the place. I was in India, I was there, any places that I don't know about. He said, I was everywhere. And Pitom, I found out that in my backyard, everything was there. He said, how can I admit, what do you think? I'm not in your age. I'm 60 years old. So what can I do now? I told him, Habibi, you Jew. A Jew, if you this, every daf, Gemara that you learn, Hashem will make it very fast because you will understand much faster than anybody else. Okay, Pitom says, you know what? Okay, I have something to say. I'm going up. I said, oh, now it's Chazagu Baruch, Yalla. He went up and he started to speak in Spanish. That's what he knew how to speak Spanish. And I don't understand a word. My interpreter, hey, hello.
What do you say?
What are you saying? I see everybody crying. Everybody crying. Woo, woo, woo. The Mexicans are very emotional. This one is crying. This one is crying. And the Hamor, hello. I said, I cannot tell you.
Dios mío.
Yes. Okay.
Caramba.
Okay. At the end, after he came down, he told me what he said. He said, I'm inviting everybody for my birthday. Today, I'm 1 day old.
Oh, wow.
He said, today, I'm 1 day old. Every year now, I have to do, when I get to 73, I'm going to make bar mitzvah to myself. And everybody said, I'm accepting upon myself everything, he said. I'm not going to lie to everybody. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm accepting everything. Shabbat, Torah, mitzvot, whatever it is. My wife also, she will accept. Okay, and now we knew if he will go down this road, he'll take after him at least half of the town. Because he was very well respected, very well respected. So he said, from now on, I'm using all my money to build yeshivot, to build schools, to build this. I'm going to do it. That's what I'm going to do. At least this I can do. When I was there, it was only one school for boys, one for girls. And when you get to high school, they have to ship you out. Go to New York, go to Israel, go there. No high school, no yeshivot, no klum. Then I was in touch with them. They told me, don't ask. This person got his sleeves, bought a building over there, a building over there. Now he said there is so many Beis Yaakov, so many yeshivot, this yeshiva, this kollel, this rabbi coming from there. He brought everybody.
In Mexico City.
In Mexico City, he turned the whole city upside down. Ashkenazi בכלל. That's Faradi. Ashkenazi. One man, he said, I was so idiot, I looked all over the place. And he's 60 years old, to ignite it and to say, what do you think? This is easy? This is easy.
As he says, 1 year old.
You know, my life is almost over. What can I learn now? What can I say? Listen, once a Jew, always a Jew. If a Jew wants, you can be becoming a Chacham.
It's a Hemation. It's a Hemation from the Mashagi community.
Maybe.
Very rich man, one of the leaders. So a few years ago, he got Nachman. And went through therapy, these things, you know, and then he decided to keep Shabbat. And then it was just started, and then that Shabbat was Shabbos inspired in Gravely.
Yeah.
So they made a video, he spoke. He started crying. He said, what an idiot he was all these years in keep Shabbat. He said, now it's 2 weeks, then he's keeping Shabbat, not driving. He's already about 7 years old, you know. And he was crying.
He's scared. Yeah.
Now, Baruch Hashem, he helped the yeshivot, this and that, unbelievable guy.
Okay. So now, all we have to do is to overcome the laziness that we have. That's all we have to do. Why? Because the Torah says, כי קרוב אליך הדבר מאוד, it's very close to you, בפיך ובלבבך לעשותו. It takes 2 tools for you, the mouth and the heart, and you there. Get out from the laziness, because as we see, as I told you before, the world today, it's a world that we've never seen a world like this before. People are so miserable, nobody is happy, nobody is smiling. You know, they have to do all crazy things just to feel I'm doing something. And Hashem said, this is not life, baby. Come back to me. Tshuva Israel, ad Hashem Elokecha. That's what it's written. Lama ki kashalta ba'avonecha. You stumble because of your avonot. But the ability, ad Hashem. We do have it. Every Jew have it. So let's use it. Bezrat Hashem. Shabbat shalom to all of you.
Shabbat shalom.
It's nice talking to you.
Thank you, Rabbi.